In the early 1960s in Prosperous, a group of musicians began to play together. This group of traditional Irish musicians was made up of a number of people from all over Ireland. Musicians such as Ned Farrell, Frank Burke, Mickey and Mary Maguire, Jerry Mahoney, Mickey Carroll, Mick Crean and David Rinn all took part regularly. These sessions were casual and progressed into weekly Wednesday night sessions, all of this with huge support and encouragement from the great Pat Dowling. They were fairly lively sessions with up to half a dozen musicians playing and local singers and characters giving their all. Many now famous and respected Irish musicians took part in the Dowling sessions. People such as members of Planksty, the Dubliners, the Furies and many more partook. As the word spread and Dowling's became one of the most popular venues for traditional music in Ireland. The main members of the group still play together every Friday in Larry's Pub in Prosperous. 40 years on, the group is still going strong with a number of new members, including banjo player Pat Keogh, amongst others. The group is still going strong and hope to continue for many more years to come.
Well, we started off going in very shyly into Pat Dowling's after he bought in the pub, you know. And people used to be looking at us from under their eyebrows, you know, what the hell are these fellas up to now, you know. And eventually it took off.
And Pat was after starting buying the pub, and it started done up the small little room. So standing at the bar inside, and it was Willie Burden who played the fiddle. He wanted to know where the music was. So I told him, and with that Mick Crean came in. He was a bit late going to the session that was on in the library. So we looked at the fire and we said, Lord, wouldn't it be a grand place for a session? And Pat Dowling says, big up, away you go, lads, that's it.
Accordion, and there wasn't much tradition now around Kildare of music that I could find at that time anyway. That was around Stallings and Nace, and they didn't know much about music as far as I saw anyway. So then I think I was there the back end of 1965 to 1966, and I was playing a few tunes in Dublin and that sort of thing. And then I heard of that there was a bit of a session going on, I think in 1966.
Now, we had several musicians who were regulars at the sessions. There was Dennis Ryan, Eugene Nolan, Maura Heinen, Joe Smullen, Ted Fury and his son George. And then there was Liam O'Flynn, Tommy People, Sean Kane, Michael Hines, Joe Harris, who was a champion lilter, Christy Moore, and the Moore family, who could all sing, the Lunny family with Donald.
And sure, all the musicians we're talking about, especially in Kildare and Leinster, played music in Pat Dowling's. You know, they all played. And
of course, Pat then was the mainstay, and Pat had made us welcome, and he'd give us a drink and all that sort of thing. And every Wednesday night was religiously, we never missed. Even going on holidays, you nearly had to make an excuse, like, you know, that you had to go away.
Our group from Dowlands, they made one of the first programmes of Bring Down the Lamp, and we also played on the Humours at Donnybrook. And we were lucky enough to get a trip to Italy, myself and Ned and Mick Crean, Bridget Wren, and Jerry, Ned, Mick Crean and myself played and entertained visitors who came to the banquets.
We had the honour, you know, we played in a lot of places. We played out in the Palace of Congresses out in San Marino, up in the clouds. The doors in the hall we played in was 22.5 feet high, and the place, there was the best part of 1,000 people there. We had the honour of playing music in Castletown House, and we introduced ourselves to Prince Albert of Monaco.
We also played sessions for the Rolling Stones, and we were at Ronnie's birthday party and also on a New Year's night. But we played in Dowlands till Pat passed away, but after he died, the heart went out. session.
The Robertstown, then we were asked to play there. They had festivals there, and the festivals extended then from May up until September in Robertstown. They had banquets there, and we were asked to do a bit of a traditional thing there to show all the natives or all the people people who were passing through. A lot of buses from Dublin.
But we moved to Curry Hills, and we played in Curry Hills then for about 15 years, till the place was sold, and we moved down to the present session that we have in Larry's.
It's better to have a bit of company and share tunes and have a chat, and I don't want that to go in my lifetime anyhow, hopefully.
But Dowlands, as I says, we'll never forget it, and neither will anyone forget the likes of Pat Dowland. The likes of him will never be seen again anywhere.
Dowlins was famous all over the province, all over Ireland in fact. And who made it famous? We did.